Now, if you're into prepping and survival, there are a lot of different options out on the market, and more are coming. And if you've been like me, I've seen these ads for the Stealth Angel survival kit for a while. And I just thought, hey, let's just check it out, see what it's all about. And they're under 23 bucks is what I found. In fact, I think I bought this on eBay. And they have them on Amazon. They have them all over the place. And you know, a lot of times when we're getting ready for survival, we need to know if these items work. There's nothing worse than picking up a kit like this, sticking it in your pack, and when the time comes, something just doesn't work or it breaks really easy. Now, first off, we have just a small container. There are 4 different closures on either side, and you do have a place to put a lock if you want to lock this down. For 23 bucks, I don't know why you'd want to lock it down, but here's the thing, guys. If you're ever in a survival situation, these items could be priceless. But they could just take the whole box. We're going to pop these open. This is the Stealth Angel Outdoor and Urban Survival. Open it up. Got some just some padding, eggshell padding. Looks like we got it here. We're going to open up all these parts and take a look and see what we've got. But not a bad little case. If you're going to open it a lot, though, this will wear right here, but you really shouldn't have to open this up unless you really need it. Now, this is supposed to be an 8-in-1 tool kit, and the box itself could be used for a lot of different things, but one of the things about it is they say it is waterproof. And if you'll notice, there is a rubber gasket that goes around it, and we're going to test it out. Next, we have a ferro rod, and it does have the striker with it. It does have these handles right here, so it's going to be easier to grab. I kind of like that, but we'll find out when we're actually testing it. It does come with a striker, and you do have a nut driver right here, probably 1/4 inch. This actually could be a bottle opener as well, and then your striker's here. But I did find it interesting that we have a ruler on both sides, and so I think these are all metric, but definitely a little bit of a measuring capability. And you have this lanyard. Now let's test out our Ferrocerium rod. I'm going to see if this really works well. And I've already scratched off some of the surface, which you need to do with your Ferrocerium rods. So holding it like this, there we go. Vaseline and cotton balls. It puts out a pretty decent amount of spark, but I think this little line here is a little bit short. I'd like to see a little more. But not bad, and it's a pretty decent thickness. I mean, 5/16 or 8 millimeters. The handle itself, yeah, you can grab it better than a little small little piece. So that's pretty effective on its own. Next, we have what they call the tactical flashlight. It is an aluminum body, has a clip. It's actually screwed on here with these little nuts or bolts. Here we have our push pad, and so it's really considered a tactical light. Here we have, according to Stealth Angel, this is supposed to be 350 lumens, and I might give it that, but you do have this focus ring, so you can get it really tight, or you can bring it out and get a little bit of a broader view. But one thing that's great about this is that it does have AA battery capability, which I really like that. These are so easy to get and so inexpensive, but it doesn't give you quite the lumens that you would get out of a CR123. The battery, though, is not included. Does have a little O-ring seal, so hopefully this is waterproof, and we'll test that. All right, let's test the light to see if it's waterproof. Well, we still have light. Okay, well, the light's waterproof. Then we have a little keychain light. You've seen these around, but great for being able to, read something small or get into get your keys in the door, things like that, and it can go right on your keychain. This is supposed to be 10 lumens. And next we have a tactical pen. Have a little carbide tip on the end. This can be used in a self-defense situation. I like tactical pens because they can pretty much get into anywhere. And you have a pocket clip. And then of course we have a pen that writes right here. So I like tactical pens, and this seems to be a pretty decent one. Of course, here you can take the carbide tip off, and you can remove your clip if you want. Now, one thing that a tactical pen has over your standard pen is that it is metal, and it's fairly thick in size, so you're able to really get a good grip on it. One of the things though that you need to do is put your thumb over the end cap. Now because of this carbide tip on the end, you're not going to be able to put your thumb here. So you want to be really cognizant of that, because if you end up using that, it could really go through your finger. And really using that carbide tip on someone that's attacking you could definitely be a plus. But to me, I would naturally grab here. So I don't know. It does come off, and I think the tip is actually replaceable. So if you just want to take that tip off, but I don't think it is. So it's definitely something to consider. But if you need to come around to the other side, you can definitely use it. But it is narrow right here, and so that does jab into your thumb. But just gripping it like this, you can still get a good grip on it. And there's enough grip material here and the clip to be able to hold that. So we can get rubber dummy. Of course, this guy's already dead. As you can see, I had my CWP and I ended the situation quickly right here. But yeah, I mean, it's effective. And we're going to check this pin. Yeah, I think that works in a survival situation. And we have an aluminum whistle. This can be great for signaling. If you're in danger, you can blow this, and it's one piece aluminum, pretty nice. It's got the keychain lanyard. This is supposed to be high intensity, and we're going to check that out. Not bad. Now that says you can hear that within a half mile. The best thing to do is for 3 blows means SOS. Well, we don't really have any neighbors running here, but if you're lost in the woods and people are looking for you, this is definitely a great option. Also, again, for self-defense. If you're in a parking lot or something and you feel like you're in danger, you can blow this and at least draw attention. Now, whether you get help or not, that remains to be seen, but definitely that'll get someone's attention. Next, we have a compass, and this is a liquid-filled compass, and it is pointing to true north, and you do have your markings on the side, but not a bad little compass. Next, we have an 11-in-1 emergency tool, about the thickness of a nickel. There's a lot of different tools on here, and one is your bottle opener right here, and we've got a little bit of Calypso Colada that nobody wants here. We'll try the bottle opener. Oop. Oh, that works. Just hang on to it. We have a can opener. This is a pop top, but we're going to use the bottom because it'd be the same thing. Let's see how comfortable this is. I'll tell you what, not bad. I've used some that were really a nightmare. But the way this thing's shaped seems to be pretty good. Got to get your rhythm down. If you're hungry enough, baby, you'll get some rhythm. Here we go. That is all right. And now, of course, we have peaches. And when the can opener works, you get a treat. And peaches are so good for you. Especially with all that sugar. Those are good. So good. Saw blade. We have a knife edge. Now the edge on this knife is not that sharp, but it is great. It does give you a point, or it does give you an edge. But as you can see, it's not really going to cut through this paper like a really fine knife. But again, you could sharpen this. I think this would be better suited if you need to strip something. You could definitely strip it. You could use this actually as somewhat of a little bit of a pry bar if you needed to. It's crude, but it's one of those things where if you didn't really have anything else. I mean, for me, yeah, that actually does that feathering not too bad. I think if this sharpened up, this may be a much better tool. But it is effective. Now, it's not super ergonomic because of the shape. But if you've got this in your billfold and that's all you have, you know, and you need a fire, you could definitely get some tinder. Then again, you can use this as a pry bar. We could get some feathering here to start a fire for sure. As far as the saw blade, You wouldn't want to saw through this, but it can definitely cut. And if you're cutting plastics or things like that where you need to get at least a decent shape in it, you could do that. Here we have a screwdriver. And then we have a wrench here for different size bits. And then we have another one for different size bits. You have a place for your lanyard hole. We have a measuring right here. This is all stainless steel. And here we have what they call the butterfly wrench, and I think that's just to give you a little more torque. And then here is what they call a compass, or a directional finding. And we're going to take a look at that and see how it works. Magnetize a piece of steel, put water in here, and it'll face true north. You can also do that on a leaf on water as well. It does come in this little vinyl case, and that especially with the sharp edges, and it does have everything listed on this little card. So you can kind of keep this together. If you didn't want to keep this in your kit, you could actually just keep this in a billfold. All right, we're going to check this thing, see if it's waterproof. Now, it definitely floats, and I've got it filled. So I guess the big thing is we're going to see if water seeps in, because it doesn't look like it's going to sink. Just wipe it off good. We don't want any water to fall from the outside. Well, this thing is not waterproof. So, if you're looking for this to be waterproof, it's not. Thank goodness, none of this stuff is affected. So there you have it, the Stealth Angel Survival Kit. $22, $25. That included shipping for me. I got on the Stealth Angel website and it was $19.95, but then you paid shipping. So, you know, I think it's a great deal for 20 bucks. I mean, really, the waterproof case is not waterproof, at least for this one. It definitely leaked pretty good, and it never was actually submerged, so that would have probably been a lot worse. But the pieces that are in here are not susceptible to anything, so that's not a big deal. Plus, it floats, and that's kind of cool as well. The flashlight, it was waterproof, held up well. Of course, you know, the Lumen's on there, 350. You know, it's okay, it's fine. I mean, it's enough to be able to get you around, and the small little pen light is fine, the keychain light. The Ferrocerium rod I liked. I liked the handle on that Ferrocerium rod. Of course, the compass, it was true. And the tactical pen, there were some things about it, the way it was with that carbide tip. I wasn't all that excited about it, but it definitely is an option. And I really like tactical pens when I am really not allowed to carry other things. Which I try to avoid at all costs, but still, you could always have that non-lethal option. The multi-tool card had a lot of cool features to it. I think it was pretty good. I mean, it's hard to handle, it's not very ergonomic, but if you really need those tools, to put those in a box, you'd have a lot of weight and it'd be large. And so just to get by, I think that little card tool is definitely a decent little tool. You know, there are some downsides to it, but still it worked for what it is. So overall, you know, $20, $25 for this kit, it's well worth it. And, you know, throw it in your bag, throw it in your pack. For me, I really like a kit, though, that'll go beyond and really be able to test it out. So if you're looking for a budget, pre-made survival kit, Stealth Angel, it's not a bad little kit. Outdoor and suburban survival. Throw it in your pack, throw it in your bag. You know, it can get you by. For me, I really like to have top quality gear. And I'm kind of a gear snob when it comes to that. So would I use this? I might throw it in my vehicle. But overall, it is an option for survival and much better than not having any tools. Guys, when it comes to prepping and survival, there's a lot of different information out on the web, and it takes a lot to try to find and source what's credible and what's not. One of the best sources that I know is Survival Dispatch Insider. They use some of the top names in the survival community. We upload one video that is exclusive to the Insider every week, and we're just glad to be a part. I'm going to have a link down below in the description. I think it's well worth checking out. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic.